I'm Billy.
I'm Eddie.
We are
the Trick-or-Treaters.
And today we fill your candy buckets with some Wednesday. What, season 2 episodes?
5 and 6. We haven't watched the last 2 episodes yet. We're taking a breather in between to do this. But so far, the mystery woman from the end of part 1, we now know she is Tyler's mom.
Which was kind of what I was guessing.
That was one of the 2 big theories.
The Ophelia one didn't make sense because I thought Hester would recognize her, and that's what a lot of people thought too.
Agreed. But because of the gap, they could have easily played it off.
Right. But no, it was interesting because Tyler attacked Wednesday. The theory about Tyler's mom shoving Wednesday about the window and that she unlocked Tyler as a new master and actually accidentally ordered him to hit her, both of those theories have been blown out of the water. Those were 2 theories going on.
I hadn't heard those.
Yeah, so the theory was that we didn't see the person that threw Wednesday out, so the theory was it was either Tyler's mom or Wednesday told Tyler, go ahead and do it, and that was an order, and she had unlocked him as the new master, and neither one made sense because they would have made a bigger deal about it.
Agreed.
Judy, at the end of in episode 4, we found out Judy was the avian. Her dad basically gave her abilities.
Yep.
And we found out who her brother is.
Yeah. One spoiler alert, so do not watch this without seeing the episodes.
Right.
Slurp.
Slurp is Isaac, not Isaac Newton. Isaac
Knight.
Isaac Knight.
Which was the maiden name of Tyler's mom. So yeah, they're brother and sister.
Yes. They did have a flashback scene that I like with Sheriff Galpin and Tyler. And I like how calm he was. And he basically, my understanding is this. Sheriff Galpin wasn't really a bad guy. He was in some ways. But he didn't know as a normie or a human how to process the fact that his wife was...
I missed the flash. I saw the...
You saw the flashback.
Was that...
Or maybe a hallucination, whatever it was.
It was a hallucination.
It was a hallucination or a vision.
I'm like...
But he saw his dad, kind of gave him a talk, but then we found out later that he built a place for Tyler to keep him safe for when his mom was a hide.
Yeah.
So his dad cared more than he thought. He just didn't know how to handle all that stuff. And he didn't have anyone to really go to for help.
With the chain on the bed, do you think it could have been intended for her at one point?
That's a possibility. Either that or she just added that. But I'm thinking, yeah, it was for her, just in case. Because I don't think he wanted to out his wife, but I also don't think he didn't have connections at Nevermore. Because think about it, he had this old rival with Gomez, so it wasn't like the outcasts were gonna just accept Sheriff Galpin.
Agreed.
And he so
we saw the lupine cages.
Finally, they talked about it. What did it say? Don't wolf out.
Keep calm and don't wolf out.
That was hilarious.
Which is funny considering I've not seen it as big now, but for a while there was always keep calm and whatever.
I'm trying to see. The problem is when we do 2 episodes back to back, we mix up the 2 episodes or kind of throw together. So episode 5 was more of the fallout. Oh, they sent someone to hunt the people that Wednesday helped escape, and only one survived, and that was the patient that we didn't know her status, and that ended up being Tyler's mom.
Francois. Wednesday gets a new spirit guide.
Yes, and big spoiler alert here. I saw a little bit on social media. I wish they wouldn't have showed it in the preview either, because it was in the preview reveal that Weems was going to be her new spirit guide. I really like it because Weems...
I love that. I thought we had to be like... Turns out we're like both...
13th because we're twice removed. The thing is...
I wonder if that's on the Addams side or the Fump side.
I don't know. The thing that's cool about Weems and Wednesday in the first season... There's part of you that doesn't like Weems because she's playing a political figure to uphold the school, but principals are political figures. They challenge each other, which is what I like. It's not like with Goody, who is there as almost like a friend trying to help her. This is someone who's actually trying to challenge Wednesday to grow. So even if you don't like certain aspects about Weems, there are also flaws with Wednesday, and they actually help balance each other, and they challenge each other to grow.
And Weems does not like the new principal.
She thinks Principal Dort is basically just this over-the-top character. And also, she doesn't like the way that she wasn't honored They're
Yeah.
trying to erase her memory. But yeah, she does not like him.
Because of one bad normie hire.
And it was not one of her listed potential successors.
Yeah, evidently.
I mean, this guy looks like he belongs in an Adam Sandler movie. Like, what the hell's going on here?
Evidently, Weems had a list of potential successors. I would love to see that list.
I would too. Don't you agree? That guy looks like he should be in an Adam Sandler film.
The way that Steve Buscemi is playing it off, yes.
I'm being silly, but because he's in a lot.
Agreed.
But yeah, he is great as this character. I love Steve Buscemi. He's one of those underrated actors, and we've actually got to see another side to him that we don't always see in his other films.
I mean,
he has some acting chops.
One I want to show you, even if we don't do it for the channel, Reservoir Dogs. He's in that.
Okay, I need to see that one.
And that it's different than the comedy roles he's done. It's a good role. Then again, he's also, getting into the actor portion of it, voice acting, the Hotel Transylvania. He's the Invisible. No,
I have those. I need to watch
them. David Spade's the Invisible Man. I know Steve Buscemi.
I know he's in it. Yeah.
That's the problem with as much movie and TV show watching that I do. I get my stuff mixed up. It'll come to me who he is, though. Wait, he's the werewolf.
Okay, I haven't watched any of them. I do own them now. I bought them for like $1 a piece, but I need to sit down and actually watch them.
Yeah, he plays the Wolfman character.
But I like him.
He is a good actor. Jenna Ortega and Emma Myers got to stretch their acting chops.
And I love it. Oh my god.
Once again, we're going to spoil Freaky Friday.
The beginning of episode 6, they kind of show you something that happens with Wednesday coming out and doing this fantastic dance and frolicking around, and everyone's like, oh my god, has Wednesday lost her damn mind? And then we realize Enid and Wednesday
have swapped bodies.
And it was so funny, because he even asked me, are Jenna and Enid voicing each other? No, they're really good friends. They know each other's mannerisms, so I really think they were able to pull it off because of that.
Because I know sometimes when they do the body swap.
Yeah.
Sometimes, obviously, vocal cords produce the voice, so it should be the same voice. Sometimes when they do that in movies, they switch the voices so the audience knows. Take into account Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, or the Harry Potter movies in general. With the exception of Goblet of Fire, because that one's just a weird one. But it's stated in the books that part of the Polyjuice, it does change the voice. Which makes sense for Goblet of Fire with Moody. Spoiler alert.
It's been years.
It's been years. But remember the Chamber of Secrets when Harry and Ron took it?
12 years. Yes.
They kept the voices of Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint.
And they had to adjust for the characters they were trying to portray. Bloody hell. They had to practice and get the vocals down. That's what I liked about that. There was still a challenge there.
See, that's what I mean.
Read. That was improv.
That was totally improv. Yep.
Because he forgot his line, I guess.
That's not the only Malfoy line that's improv. The bit at the end of the second film again, when Lucius looks at him and goes, "Let us hope that Mr. Potter will always be around to save the day." Radcliffe's response was just like, "Don't worry, I will be." Was totally improv.
That's amazing. Sometimes the best scenes are improv, dude.
And I would love to see more behind the scenes of. I mean, we got the Blu-ray of season 1, and we didn't get any extras. I would love to see behind the scenes of, or hear.
They posted some on Netflix and on the YouTube on Still Watching or whatever.
And I would love to know if anything that we see that's become a fan favorite or an iconic scene online is improv because of the actors. Because, I mean, we've seen Ortega in quite a few things. She's quite the little actress.
She can do quite a bit, yeah.
And her smaller stature makes it sort of nice to where she can play this Wednesday role and appear younger.
Yeah. Because she's still young, I mean.
Obviously, the actress is older than the character is.
Right.
But her smaller stature does make her appear younger.
Right,
yes.
It
sucks at times, but it happens.
She said that's one thing she's worried that people aren't going to take her seriously for playing a teenager. Like, that's her biggest concern is that she won't get certain jobs because of that she usually plays like kids or like teenage high school. But a lot of actors, a lot of high schoolers are in their 20s or 30s.
I love to look at Scream, and I'm probably High School Musical right along with that. They're playing high school.
You might have a few that are right age,
or like right out of that range, but most of the time they're in their 20s.
Or they start out young, and as they age, like Stranger Things, the casts are getting to where they're a little bit older.
That's
now.
The issue, and I'm worried about that. We already know season 3 is approved. Hopefully, we don't have too long a wait again.
They're saying because they had that strike and all that, that's why it was delayed. They're hoping for a quicker turnaround. I'm guessing instead of 3 years, it might be 2. I'm thinking they'll be like 27. We'll probably see.
That's what I saw online, but I was hoping that was just
because it said because of how big it is, how it takes about 9 months of filming, and then it takes months of editing. So I'm thinking even if they start filming by early next year, it's not going to come out until 27.
I don't know if any of the
not yet.
have anything.
I know Ortega right now is filming. Last I heard she was filming the Spielberg project.
Okay.
Or no, maybe it's Abrams. No, is it Spielberg? I know it's with Samuel L. Jackson, Glenn Powell. It was a movie in England they were filming together.
Ooh, good actors.
But I'm guessing. I wish it'd come out in Halloween, like October. But if I were to guess, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be 27. Instead of 28, it's probably gonna come out in 27.
Okay.
And it might be the final season. We don't know yet because we don't know how long they want to play these characters.
And we already know that they've at least talk of a spinoff.
There's rumor. We know there's a spinoff, but we don't know who it is. There's rumors of a Fester one, which I think would make the most sense because they only show them a little bit, and that might be why. I'd watch a Fester spinoff.
Oh, I would watch, especially if Ortega made a guest appearance.
It would be electric.
If Ortega popped in either the first episode or somewhere in the show, it's like, okay, so this would help timeline wise. When does this take place? And they using Wednesday as the jumping off point. It's like, okay, so when are we stepping into Fester's story? So whether a reshoot of a scene we've already seen, but we get to see, the original scene, Fester drives off, takes season 1. Fester leaves on the bike. What if we follow Fester? What was he up to during that time when he left in season 1 to when he popped up for a little bit in season 2?
That would work.
I mean, we don't have to have her back all the time. Just if they want to make it fit into the timeline and they fill the gap between seasons, I can see them doing it that way.
You know, Eddie, I don't think you're gonna have to argue too hard with me to say let's put Ortega on more stuff.
I'm well aware of that.
I'm cool with that. I would like that idea though that it shows him going off and like what he was up to. You can make it more street level, like he's stealing from things. He's going and doing all these little heists and stuff.
Because we maybe some of the rest of the Adams Clan
Cousin It.
That would be the perfect spot to bring in Cousin It.
And there's probably others you could throw in there.
If you go off the 90s movie, you got Lumpy Adams.
And the show even talks about different ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could even make up some.
Agreed.
And it could be friends of Fester's. And then if they wanted to do a second season, it could be maybe the lady that worked at Willow Hill meets up with him and they. Oh, could you imagine what that baby would look like? I'll talk. Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay. Oh, the body swapping though. When she starts breaking out into hives, she really was allergic to color, and she does this dance. Oh, I was dying. Because Ortega can be fun but a lot of times she does play more serious characters or more dramatic.
Morbid.
I need to show you the Fallout. That if you guys don't know, that's about 2 girls that survived a school shooting. Does not show any of the shooting. You just hear shots, but it's sort of like what happens in the news. It talks about like what happens to people who do okay, and then it shows the other end. What happens to people who don't do okay? It's a harder recovery, so it kind of gets into that. But anyways, the body switching was so Emma Myers. I've seen her in Minecraft, and she was in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder on Netflix. Excellent. Season 2 will be coming out. It's a British show that reopens an old murder case that everyone says was closed, but she doesn't buy it. and she does it for a school project. But Emma Myers has range. Jenna has range. I just think that Jenna prefers being kind of dark. She even said people look at her and go, "Let's put blood on that."
I've seen that one.
But
She's like, I just got one of those. It's like, let's put blood on that.
But here's the thing. I always tell people that Wednesday's my favorite like solo character, and Stranger Things my favorite ensemble. But they are starting to build up the characters in Wednesday to make them stronger. Because it started out with just Wednesday Enid Thing. Now you're bringing Morticia and Pugsley and Gomez and even Agnes up. I wouldn't even mind an Agnes spinoff. She'd be a fun kid.
That would be fun.
Yeah, she's a cool kid. Like I think it would like her invisibility pranks and like how she learned about Wednesday and sort of like what she was doing in this side. I'd watch an Agnes.
Oh, was she at Nevermore in season 1?
I'm assuming that she either was touring at the end of the season to kind of see what the campus was like because the pictures came from her. So at the end of the first season, she had to have been there.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she was there. Either it was her first year or she, because we don't know how many years. We don't know if it's like Hogwarts where it's like more than 4 years. We don't know if it's like 7 years, like middle school or high school kind of thing.
Agreed.
So it could be that she was a student there. And we're only seeing, as any, like Hogwarts Legacy has more of the castle. I would love to see a game to add more Nevermore because season 2, it seems like this is the Azkaban season. You know, it's only we're seeing more of the world now. They're expanding upon what season 1 had.
Yeah.
We're seeing more, and there's probably more to the world that we haven't seen.
Oh yeah, but we're getting very contained with using Nevermore.
Yes. What was your highlight of these 2 episodes? Like, what was your favorite moment, or one of them?
There was a couple.
Okay.
Wednesday and Enid's body going werewolf was awesome.
That was because Wednesday's more morbid, so she would have thoughts of let's murder. The dance for me, obviously.
That was great. I mean they are really stepping it up, both the writers and the actors. But I enjoy it. It's fun to get them to do something different. That way you're not bland watching the same thing all the time. Some people enjoy watching repetitive. I enjoy doing that with certain films. I just need something familiar.
Yeah, for sure.
It's why my movie collection is the way it is. It's like, well, what kind of mood am I in?
So you base your movie watching based on how you feel that day. You might wake up and say, I want to watch a movie. I don't know what. I'm feeling comedy. So then you look and go, okay, do I want stupid humor? Do I want smart humor? Do I want something in between? It's like, what if we build a rather large wooden badger?
Python is in a thing all on its own.
By the way, guys, that is one I want to review for the channel. But if we do it, we need to get some cows and some chickens and start and watermelons and start throwing it at people.
And coconuts.
Come, Patsy. By the way, we jump all over the place. I discovered what superpower Eddie and I have. It's called ADD. Wait, what were we saying? What were we focusing on? What?
Attention deficit. Ooh, squill.
Candy. So I try not to eat too much candy. I've had a good amount today.
But Wednesday season 2, part 2 is off to a strong start. I know you've already told me the finale is the shortest episode.
Ahead of time, we made an agreement we weren't going to watch without each other, but I like to peek to see the run times. The second episode was 1 hour and 7. That was the longest. The shortest is the finale. I think it's like 44 minutes. So I'm thinking they're going to end 3 on a cliffhanger that builds to that finale.
Okay.
That's going to it's going to be part 1 of the finale. That's why, because I was expecting like an hour and a half finale, like Stranger Things, like a real long finale. But I think what they're going to do is episode 3 is going to be part 1 of the finale, and then it's going to end at like the halfway mark, and then we're going to pick up right where it left off. So episodes 7 and 8 are just going to flow as like one big long thing, maybe.
No, I've seen that happen before with shows and all that.
Do you like when they do that?
Sometimes. Take season 1 of Wednesday into account. I was able to binge watch the first 7 episodes in 1 run.
You had to work.
I had to go to work. So I did not get to watch the finale for like 3-4 hours because I had to go to work. And I'd asked them, after watching this, I even asked a couple of my colleagues, have you watched Wednesday? And they're like, yeah, Mike. I have not watched the finale yet. No spoilers. because the way 7 ends with the reveal that Ty was the Hyde, and it's like, ow.
I gotta go to work.
Uh,
Oh, I do really like the music teacher. They haven't done as much with her yet, but I think they will. She's a really.
I hope she becomes a reoccurring character.
Me too. Her, Agnes, they both earn their spots. My theory still stands. I think Ophelia is out there somewhere and is a big mastermind behind all this, and there's going to be like a war for season 3, and she's going to be like the head honcho of the Addams family, or we may see her. Well, we did see Lady Gaga finally. We've been waiting
Just
to see.
a small appearance.
But she did a music video with Tim Burton that's on YouTube called Dance of the Dead.
Cool.
So I will show you that later and get your thoughts. It's only like 3-4 minutes, but I want to see your reaction because it is one of the coolest, most creative. Since Taste with Sabrina Carpenter and Jenna Ortega, it's one of my favorites. It's like that. It's very creative.
Okay.
And it has Burton art.
But I mean, these final 2 episodes, thoughts going in. What do you think is going to happen?
I think there is going to be a showdown. Because Wednesday, this whole time, is trying to prevent Enid's death.
Yes.
Now we have the revelation Adams needs to die.
And Adams needs to die. We don't get a first name. It's a broken tombstone you see, and all you see is the name Adams.
My theory, Grandma dies, but it goes out helping the family become closer and ends the arguments with Morticia, and Morticia and Wednesday actually start working better together.
You think Grandmama?
I think Grandmama. If I were to guess.
That would suck.
Because killing any of the others would just hurt everybody, because you have Gomez, who's a family man, so losing him would be horrible. You have Morticia dying would be awful. Wednesday or Pugsley shouldn't die because they're still kids and they're still prime faces of the show. You don't want Thing to die. And I really don't want Grandmama to die, but that's the only one that actually would make sense. Unless it's Ophelia who shows up at the end and dies.
I was saying, unless it's one we haven't physically been introduced to.
But Grandmama, to me, it would still be sad.
Out of the ones we physically have seen, Grandmama is the most likely candidate.
Yeah, what else?
Which, while it sucks, it makes sense.
I think Enid and Wednesday are finally gonna make up. They sort of started with that last episode.
Yeah.
But I do think they're fully
starting to work because they both. I mean, Enid's preppy, colorful, extremely happy.
Yes.
But she still has her secrets at times. The alpha werewolf thing.
Yeah. But she didn't know that either.
Agreed, but she didn't immediately tell Wednesday about it either.
They're withholding stuff from each other, yeah.
Exactly.
Their friendship isn't as strong as what it was towards the end of season 1.
Stuff has fractured the friendship.
Mostly because of Wednesday thinking not telling Enid would protect her, but then it actually puts Enid in more danger because she wants to be in the front line.
Enid wants to help, and Wednesday's like, damn it, I'm trying to protect you.
But that's good storytelling because let's say your parent was trying to protect you. You think they're being an a-hole, so you become more of a rebel, therefore taking more risk and higher chances.
Well, agreed. But parenthood, being an adult protecting a child, is different than friends that are.
Well, right, but I look as Wednesday looks at Enid like a sister, just won't admit it.
Oh, I think. Oh yeah, big time. Although I love the expert of Wednesday's book that he
Yes.
Is that really how she sees me?
I'm loving it. What do you think could happen in this one? What do you want to see resolved or addressed?
Well, we've still got 2 Hydes and an undead out there. I don't know whether to use the term zombie now or not with the way Isaac is.
He's kind of a functioning zombie, like a humanistic zombie.
That's why.
But he still eats brains.
That's why I said undead.
Yeah. We did learn some species are extinct. Yeti, Minotaur,
and Centaur. At least they think they are. And I say that now because it would not surprise me as a reveal later down the road, whether this season or a subsequent season of one of them popping up. It's like we thought they were extinct. Especially the Yeti. I mean, you think about it. Most Yeti, the abominable snowman, Tibet, the Himalayas.
But what do you want to see resolved? Like you said, there's two hides in
The
Undead.
Enid and Wednesday friendship definitely needs to be resolved before the end of the season, in my opinion. They need to make up. Their friendship, if Wednesday wants to call it that, is the backbone of the show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Between their friendship and then now season 2, we got more of the familiar bond, which we found out is what's affecting her visions. So between the friendship between Wednesday and Enid, and even Agnes in there, she can get away from the stalkery.
Yeah, Agnes of Wonderland.
And then the familiar bond, especially between Morticia and Wednesday.
That's the main plot stuff. Yeah.
Those relationships, both familiar and friendship, need to be resolved by the end of the season.
Agreed.
Or at least take a huge step. Because we already know we're getting to season 3.
They need to end in a good place.
Exactly. We do not need to have this hanging up to where we start season 3 and they're like giving each other the cold shoulder.
Okay, Penny. Follow-up question.
Okay.
If you and me were in charge of some of this writing, or the ideas for the next season, do you kill off the hides and the undead, or do you say we're going to have battle lines drawn where there's going to be a war coming? We're going to have this side lined out, this side lined out, and they're going to go head to head in season 3.
Okay, being a strategic game player, chess, risk, a battleground scenario would work on one condition, in my opinion. And we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this too.
Absolutely.
But in my opinion, if we know season 3 is it.
Yes.
If you know season 3 is going to be your final season, I hope not either, but going and looking at it that way, then you have the big battle lines drawn into the season. You got the resolve between the normies, the outcasts, or at least they're working towards it, which would be great. The thing is, you don't want something that big in, say, the middle of a show unless you've got something to follow it up. That it's not just going to be like, oh, well, the show's dropped off now.
Right.
It's happened too many times with TV.
Yeah.
I mean, even as much as I love the show, Supernatural.
I've heard. I haven't watched as much as you. But
I've seen all 15 seasons. There are times when they have these big things that happen with a season-long conflict. And I mean, they do top it. They do get better at doing it, but sometimes the start of the next season isn't as strong. So it's like, looking at ratings, are we going to get through it? Is it going to pick up? And then boom, it picks up. It's like, okay, slow start. And I was using Supernatural as an example.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there's other things like that too, where the seasons just get off to a slow start.
But do you end season 2 on the cliffhanger to draw the battle lines, and then season 3 is the battle kind of thing?
Seeing as we already have it confirmed, it'd be fun. Especially knowing we have time. You were saying earlier 9 months filming.
Maybe, I don't know for sure. But it takes a long time for them to film, and then they have to edit and they want it to look perfect. They were talking the biggest challenge they said were all the set pieces. There's thousands and thousands of set pieces.
So yeah, I mean, knowing we got season 3 already approved, knowing there's going to be a bit of a gap, not just the normal 5-6 months like you would.
Let's say 2 years, just to be safe. I'm thinking 27.
Okay, but I wasn't saying that with just like normal syndicated TV. You got the summer months pretty much. Shows come back September.
Yeah.
With this, we got a couple year gap. So knowing we got a cliffhanger, that long a wait, the theories are going to be fun.
Exactly.
With Wednesday part 1 and both season 2 part 1 part 2, yeah, we got the cliffhanger, but we pretty much knew she was gonna wake up instantly with once part 2 kicked in.
Yeah, it's called Wednesday.
It would have been fun to have her wake up until the end of the first episode.
That would have been cool.
And we got to see how maybe her family and friends reacted to not having Wednesday there.
But the whole thing is supposed to be told like more from her point of view, so I can see why they didn't go that route. But I would have liked that.
It would have been fun, right?
Would have been. You know what I would like to see? Them do season 3 and then say, we're not going to do another season, but we're going to do a feature-length film to wrap up the story.
That would be cool.
I would go to theaters.
I would too.
We would dress up. Oh, another storyline that needs to be
And the
resolved.
bald cap.
Bianca needs to tell people to put Boston around, and Bianca needs to just punch a bitch. I think the Gideon storyline, with him getting closer to Nevermore, I think that's going to be resolved.
I don't know about fully resolved. We only have 2 episodes, and that is more the B story.
And then also, is Ajax going to get back with Enid, or does Ajax move on with Bianca?
I don't know.
Because they might just have a friendship. They might not have more than that.
I mean, I know out there there's tons of people that want that ship Wednesday and Enid, but I'm not one of them. They're good as just friends.
Yeah.
You don't need your 2 main characters always in a relationship.
Unless it's that type of a story.
Exactly.
This isn't one of those.
This one,
well, there's nothing happy about this
show. As far as we know, they're not related.
Yeah, there's nothing happy about this show.
So
that's true.
I mean, look, using Supernatural again, main characters are brothers.
Right.
And I see, despite them not showing blood as far as we know, they act like sisters at times.
They do. Well, because they're so opposite.
Exactly.
And it works perfect.
Anyone who's grown up with siblings, like myself, knows that, yeah, you're going to have similarities with your parents. But you also got differences. In my case, me and my older sister, we are the same, but we're also different. She's, in my opinion, probably more mature than I am.
I don't know. You get the fart joke started, and she's dying.
I said older sister.
Oh, older sister. Okay.
Yeah, Amber is 4 years older than me.
Gotcha.
And she's the one sibling that shares both mom and dad. Not that that really matters to me, but you can see the differences with, like, Metagaming Ghost, who's the baby sister.
Who? Where? What?
Was not raised by my mother.
Gotcha.
But she still had dad's influence on her. So there's those similarities from dad, but I've also got differences that I picked up from mom.
Like being tall.
But so Enid and Wednesday will raise such differently that even though there are times they act like sisters bickering,
yeah,
you can tell they definitely raised in different environments. Enid being the way she is, despite her mom harping on her. But season 1, at least, with the whole "have you wolfed out yet?" and the cryptid thing and all that, and dad just seemed submissive, in my opinion.
Till the end,
yeah.
Finally. Well, I think the mom's a very intimidating presence, and a lot of times you do have a parent that is a little bit more strict and pushes you, and the other one's a little bit more laid back, so you'll go to them more just naturally. Yeah, but you're challenged by the other one sometimes. I think with Enid, her mom actually is mean. Enid mom mean. Enid mom. Yeah.
My opinion, not both parents were the same way. They had their moments where they were both really bad, but they were also okay, I gotta be the parent now.
My favorite relationship in the show with the family is actually Gomez and Wednesday.
Yeah, the father-daughter relationship is beautifully done by both Luis Guzman.
Yes.
And Jenna Ortega.
Like when they're in the limo, Gomez tells her stuff, and then he asks her, why were you there, whatever. That was earlier on in the season. And then she asks about it, Phil, and he goes, it's not my story to tell. So he does respect, sometimes you need to go talk to your mother. Even though you guys butt heads, I can't always be the one to help soften the blow. You're going to have to fix her. Because they're similar in some ways, but they're both too damn stubborn. That's like the biggest problem. They're both stubborn.
Exactly.
But
Wednesday's learning. Gomez could have at least been there with her. Like, yeah, I'll go talk to mom. Can you at least help me back me up? I mean, sometimes that's all a kid needs. Sometimes if they have to talk to one parent, because the other parent's just like, not my story to tell. Say, okay, can you at least help me convince her?
True. I like the way they've done it, though, where Wednesday's relationship, like Gomez, the way he talks to Pugsley is way different than Wednesday.
Exactly.
But I love the scene early on in this season whenever Pugsley is being introduced to Eugene, which we didn't see Eugene these 2 episodes.
No, we have not.
But when those two are sitting there talking, and he goes, you two will become brothers and provide alibi. I was like people that say that this Gomez is miscasted. It is not.
No.
He is a great Gomez.
I mean,
Because
I've
he is a
never-
family man. He is just like the other Adams, where he is a family man first.
I have not read the original comics, so physically,
He looks
I
like
know
him.
he looks like him.
Yeah.
But physically, yeah, most people are used to John Aston and Raul Julia from both the '60s TV show and the '90s movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, physically it throws you for a loop if you're not expecting it. But characteristically wise, he is. Sorry. But characteristically wise, he is the same Gomez.
Right, well, he's family. I'll let you. He's Gomez in this is much like the other stuff. He's a family man, and he still has that dark, morbid humor. And I love the whole thing with he doesn't have powers, but it's like
As far as we know.
Morticia said, it's a state of mind. He's still an outcast because he wouldn't fit in with normal people.
Yeah.
But no, you know what I love about the Addams Family too is that they're all very different. Pugsley is sort of just he loves the dead too, but he's sort of oblivious to things and just sort of goes. Wednesday's more of a detective.
Using our world as an example,
Okay.
Pugsley is what would be considered the most normal.
Well, he loves the dead though. Still,
I mean, there's plenty of people that enjoy that. But
Yeah.
out of the Addams Family, he's probably would be considered the most normal.
I could agree with that. I like him though. I didn't think. See, in the movies, Pugsley was never one of my favorites. Not because he was a bad character, but because he was just sort of there to me compared to like the strong personalities of Wednesday, Morticia, Gomez. Pugsley was just sort of
In the
there.
90s films, Christina Ricci stole those films.
Yeah, and Fester, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Poor Christopher Lloyd. But Professor Orlov, he's great. But no, to me in this, Pugsley is more interesting because he has the lightning powers. He brings Slurp back. You know, he's into all this stuff. So I just think they've done a better job with Pugsley. I wouldn't even mind. Pugsley doesn't need his own show. If they do a Fester show, cool. But I would not mind seeing an episode where we get more Pugsley time, like we did the first 4 episodes. We saw more Pugsley. And I know right now the big storyline is Wednesday trying to save Enid and the new spirit guide coming in. Like that's the big thing. So I think if they do more seasons, let's say Ortega says, I want to still pop up. But you see, it can't be called Wednesday, man. It can't be called Wednesday if she's not around. So this season feels more like, and somebody else said this online. So if I'm stealing your content, I'm just going to give you credit here. There's the Real Rejects I watch on YouTube. They were saying that it feels like this is the Addams Family in Wednesday. So it's more about the Addams Family as a whole this season.
Yeah.
Which has been great.
Agreed. I mean, Wednesday, even back to the movies, she was my favorite character.
I would go Fester with the movies, but I would put her second.
Well, I mean, look at especially Addams Family Values.
Yeah.
When they go to camp.
That was hilarious.
And there's this line because the actress that plays Amanda Buckman is the same young actress who was in the first Addams Family movie as the Girl Scout.
Ah.
So Wednesday's got deadpan delivery lines for both those interactions. The first one is the famous "Are they made from real Girl Scouts?" And then the second one, they're gonna do some lifeguard training, and Amanda Buckman character's like, "I'll be the victim, deadpan all your life."
Loved it. Yeah, Ricci was great in this, and she was great in this too in part 1. They've killed off a lot of people this season. I've noticed a lot. Like they've added people, and some are still alive, but then they've also killed off a lot. So I think they're doing a better job than sometimes other shows where you keep adding and adding and adding and adding, but never getting rid of anybody. In this case, they are actually getting rid of people. Vampire Diaries did that. They killed off a shit ton of people throughout the series, where you only had a few left at the end. this is feeling like that where you're bringing in people, but then you bring in say 4 or 5 people, but you kill off 4 or 5 of the old characters. So they are trying to like with the outcasts that escaped. There's one left out of what was it? She freed like
43. There was 40 something, wasn't it?
I thought it was like 6 or 8.
Maybe it was like
no, there was 40 something when it came to number of something they mentioned, but I didn't catch quite what it was.
That was the number of escapees. It was like 46 or
Oh,
something.
right. But I assumed there were only. Hold on. I think.
And they had contained 43. That's why I was getting the 43.
Okay. But hear me out. I think there were only 6 or 8 special ones. The escapees counted the regular people that you saw that were on the main floor, not hidden. I think there were only like 6 or 8 hidden in the basement.
Yeah.
And the rest of those escapees were regular patients being treated.
Yes.
So that they've killed all of the outcasts besides one.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Because I feel bad because they go missing all those years to not be able to enjoy their freedom now. They're just dead.
Yeah.
But we don't know about aging too for outcasts. Do they age like normal humans, or do some of them age slower? Obviously, the vampires don't. Because they even said in the first season, some of them have been here for literally decades. But I wonder if like your, what do you call them? The no-face. We haven't really learned much about what they can do. Like, they're just kind of no-face. That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
and the Gorgons, we don't know how they age. Werewolves, we don't know how they. I mean, that's the thing. We don't know how a lot of these characters age.
Looking at the main characters, season 1, the main adult characters that we flash back to, Morticia, Gomez. Obviously, they're not too old because
I'm gonna say they're probably 40s to 50s, probably 40s.
Which would work with the actors, Weems, because we know Weems and Morticia were roommates.
Right. And then we know that
Fester would drop in on Gomez
with a dagger clutched between his teeth.
Usually with a dagger clutched between his teeth.
What was it? Well, we know that who was it? The other characters knew each other. Obviously, they were brother and sister.
Yeah, my question is vampires. Do you think any of them were there when Gomez and Morticia were at school?
They might have been. The thing is, though, we don't, because Yoko's gone. She was in season 1, but she didn't come back for season 2. So it's
we
like,
don't have a vampire character to follow.
Well, season 1, the focus was more on Wednesday, and season 2, we've had more werewolf focus. So I wonder if they could do a vampire mystery next season, and they rotate like creatures as like a subplot,
maybe.
To give us one more.
Maybe
Yoko could come back.
Yoko comes back, yeah.
Well, they didn't do much with her. She didn't really talk much. I think she had one or two lines. And same thing with Davina. They talk about how she might have her bikini, but that was it. There wasn't really much for her either. And we saw, what's his name? The one that used to help Bianca. We saw him back.
Yeah.
But he's not in the show much either. So you have all these smaller characters that are just sort of in the background, so they could do more with them maybe. But the Nightshades trying to reform. Well, guys, we've talked a lot, and we have 2 more episodes to watch. We might even need a caffeine break. I'm starting to sense we need a little kick, maybe.
I just need to get up and stretch around a little bit.
Yeah, do you want to go get a caffeine?
I'm good.
Okay.
But,
any final thoughts?
Not right now. The problem is we weren't really left too much on a cliffhanger except for an Adams must die.
Yeah, Adams must die. So that's the big thing. Who is it going to be? And is that prophecy true? Because they were able to stop Ena's prophecy, just so doesn't Adams really have to die? Or is there a way
that's
they
the thing. That's the thing I've noticed with the Wednesday now, as opposed to Harry Potter. I mean, I imagine that some of those in the Hall of Prophecies have not been fulfilled. But when one of my favorite YouTube channels, the Super Carlin Brothers, do a bunch of Harry Potter like theories, what ifs. One of their rules when they do a what if is prophecy always has to prophecy. So the prophecies are always in play. Now, what we're seeing are not so much prophecies.
Visions.
As premonitions.
Yeah.
Visions of the future, not a prophecy. It's like, this must happen. More of a, if you stay on your current course, this is what could happen.
Right, and because Wednesday cares about Enid, she was going to do whatever it took, even though she wouldn't admit it, to stop that path from happening.
And I imagine the same is with her family.
I just thought of an idea
What?
as we were talking, guys. What if we had a game or a book like that? I mean, they've done those where you make your choices, but you have like a book series where the whole book says, at the end of the first book, it says, if you would have chosen this path, and then it shows the alternate path of book 2. So you do like 2 different books, choice path A, path B, and show the outcomes of both.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it would take some skill to write it.
Yeah.
But I think if thought out and you planned it out as like a thing that connects, and just have it in your head, you could do it. That would be really neat.
Alright, so
Guys.
we gotta go watch the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna take a stretch break, and then we're gonna watch the last 2.
Yep.
Take care.
Take care.